Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Night, we welcome you in. Glad you're along for the ride on another fantastic Monday afternoon. And what a fun day this was today. Very special Monday, as it is our 5th annual Dailies Walk-Off Charities Golf Classic. It's kind of Dailies week around here, by the way. We just had 2 shows here from the Dailies Walk-Off Charity Classic. We'll be at the Dailies Old School Kingfish Tournament coming up on Friday. So Dailies all around, and why not? It's the best place in the world. The food is fantastic. Great stop. If you haven't been to a Dailies or a Dailies Dash, shame on you. So thanks to our friends at Dailies. But thanks to people here at Deer Creek. Probably the best of our 5 tournaments we've ever had. So you were out here in the morning. We had a great crowd out here today. Wonderful sponsors and wonderful people and perfect. Remember, I don't know if you remember last year, it rained like a son of a just crazy.
Oh, really?
It rained like crazy. And this year, beautiful weather. It was perfectly overcast, which is kind of what you want. You want perfectly overcast on for a golf tournament. So we're very, very excited. It was a perfect day. So a great day to be out here at the
and boy, those auction items,
weren't they good?
Oh,
so let me tell you,
outstanding.
let me tell you what we did with the auction this year. So we did it a little bit differently than we've ever done it before. It's a little bit of a different thing for us. In the past, we released the auction a month or so before the tournament. People went on, and people are very generous. We have great items, so we have some great items. So, but when the golfers got here, then we display everything out on the tables. Well, by the time the golfers got here, the guys who come out here and play golf and the sponsors who are out here, an item that might be $400 entry level bid might be at $1,500. So the golfers who had not seen it before kind of couldn't play. You know what I mean? So we did it. It was the same thing. We still want to make it available to everybody, golfers or non-golfers, but we wanted to let the golfers take the first peek at it this year. So now it's been out there. We haven't publicized it. So now I will tell you, normally the auction closes today. Well, we're gonna keep the auction open till Friday at 6:00 after our show's off the air Friday. So I will tell you, there's some really good items out there. I'm glad you brought it up. Here, one fun thing we're doing: we have autographed jerseys from Charlie Ward as a Seminole, Fred Taylor from his Gator jersey, Brock Bowers from his Georgia jersey. Okay, there's your competition, right? Gator fan, don't let the FSU and Georgia fan outbid you. FSU fan, don't let the Gators or the Dogs outbid you. Dogs, don't let the Gators, right? So they're all 3 out there. A Brock Bowers, a Charlie Ward, and a Fred Taylor. Have at it. And let's may the best man win, but we certainly hope you will. But seriously, we've got some great items out there. 4 tickets plus parking to opening day for the Jags Cleveland on what's going to be a special Jags year. Great experiences. The Braves gave us 4 tickets to a Braves game plus batting practice on the field. The Rays gave us a suite and 4 tickets. They gave us 2 different. One includes the Shane McClanahan autographed baseball. The Jumbo Shrimp, how about this? You get a suite and you throw out the first pitch. I might bid on that just to throw out the first pitch for crying out loud. Cool. So so we have a bunch. So go to walkoffcharities.com.
And some outstanding Jaguars jerseys.
Got Trevor and Bortles and Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
You know, so we really have some good stuff. So we'll talk more about it. But anyway, go to walkoffcharities.com. Thanks to our friends at Dailies for helping make all this possible. Dailies, such a great friend of the radio station, such a great friend of Walk Off Charities. Dailies does a great job, and we all of us in all the different worlds we live in, 1010XL and Walk Off. We certainly appreciate our friends from Dailies very, very much. So thank you to our friends at Dailies, and go check it out. walkoffcharities.com. All right, all kind of stuff to get to today on the program. A special day also because we say hello and congratulate our Duval County Scholar Athletes of the Year. Both the boys and the girls winner are going to be here with us in just a few moments. That's a cool thing. We have some really good scholar athletes here. Our friend Tammy Talley, who's the athletics director for the DCPS, does such a magnificent job of managing that program. Steve Griffin, our GM, he and Tammy built this thing. Gosh, I think probably 20 years ago or close to it when we started this thing. And Steve takes it very seriously, and Tammy takes it very seriously. And because they both care that much about it, you hear the Duval County Scholar Athletes on our program all the time. Well, today of the week. Well, today it's the Duval County Scholar Athlete of the Year. So one boy, one girl, you're going to get to meet them both in about 10 minutes or so. So that comes up. I'm certainly excited about that. So a lot of things to talk about. Minicamp tomorrow, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very excited about minicamp tomorrow.
Absolutely. You never know. Hopefully Liam doesn't pull a Kyle Shanahan and just say, I'm canceling everything.
Yeah, I don't think we got to worry about
that.
Yeah,
but you never know.
Yeah.
So, hopefully we'll be able to watch some football these next few days, and that'll be great. And I think with Shanahan, it was more the travel, and he's just, he's been there for so many years now that obviously the 49ers program is very well built and established schematically. But yeah, anyway, I thought that was interesting. But yeah, looking forward to seeing it. And they're supposed to work next week too, that's unusual.
Yeah.
That usually the mandatory minicamp sends you off.
That's right.
And that's the break. But I think because the opener is so late this year, camp starts late. And so camp doesn't start until July 28th, we believe. And so, then in terms of, and that's just doing the math off of when the Cleveland game is. So it's interesting this year with everything being a little later that there's actually some OTAs that are scheduled. We'll see if he keeps it.
Right.
But OTAs that are scheduled for next week after the mandatory minicamp. But that may just end up being rookies and injured guys and a smaller sliver of the roster.
So we'll see whether or not that winds up happening. So we'll talk some Jaguar football coming up in just a bit. Other things in the news. Forget Loser Monday for a second. JJ, are the Knicks going to sweep the Spurs?
I don't know.
Is that going to happen, man?
I really hope not, just for viewing purposes. I was at least hoping for 6 out of this thing, but wow. I mean, if Wemby makes that shot Friday night, I think the Spurs are favored to win the series, but he misses, and now, like you said, they might not even win a game.
Here's what's really interesting about that if you watch the game, what's kind of lost in all this, if Wemby makes the shot, it was a great look. It's a 16-footer from the elbow. I mean,
you got to hit it.
Yeah, it's a great. But if he makes the shot, Brunson's the GOAT. He missed the second free throw. No one's talked about that.
And we forget about Wemby throwing the ball away 20 seconds before.
Right.
Yeah, but that's gotten some attention. But
I'm saying if he makes the shot.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly it. Then you forget about that. Yeah, Wemby throws the ball. Castle turned around, one looking. But the thing that no one's talked about is Brunson missed the second free throw, which is why the Spurs win if he makes the jumper from the elbow. And I'm thinking Brunson has played great, but he caught a break there. You said you can't miss the elbow. We can't miss a free throw in the closing seconds in a finals game when you're the best player on the team and one of the best players in the league.
Yeah, well, I'm with JJ. I hope the series is elongated beyond just the 4 games.
Yeah.
So to ensure that, I'm picking the Knicks tonight because I haven't been right at all.
Same.
So I like the Knicks by 6 tonight.
You and many others. Okay, You're not alone in that. I've liked the Knicks to win the series in 6. I still have a hunch it's going to be 6. I just don't think they sweep them. So we'll see.
Tonight's huge. Listen, there's no coming back.
Yeah, the game came down to a jumper at the end of the game. It's not like they beat them by 20 points. It was a very evenly played game.
And I thought for how bad Wemby was in the first half, he looked spectacular in the second half.
I did too.
It's interesting because you don't talk about a mystique in terms of a special chemistry with a pro team very often.
Yeah.
But what the Knicks have done, it is magical.
Well,
to the nth degree. They were the 3 seed in the East, right?
Right.
And are unbeatable now. It's really been
every role player / bench player is great.
Yeah. You see it sometimes in college where you can just tell that a group has a special quality. But usually in the pros, it's just the best team's going to win the title. But boy, this Knicks team, not only are they playing at an elite level, but there seems to be a brotherhood with them and a connection there that is unusual for professional rosters.
I think they got galvanized a little by everybody, all of us, no matter how many they won, kept doubting them.
The East isn't good.
The East isn't good.
Yeah.
The Pistons are beat. The Celtics, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Once they get there, the West will bury them. I think all that stuff, I think they probably said, Mike Brown probably got them together and said, listen, we've won 11 in a row, and people act like we're lucky to be here. And so there is something to a team that's won that many games in a row, 13 now. So we'll certainly talk about that. A major developing story in sports is the Brendan Sorsby story. And I've got a lot of thoughts on that. A lot of thoughts on where that story could take us. Beyond all the other NIL stuff and gambling and judges. And, well, of course they found a judge in Lubbock, okay? Of course they did. He's probably Cody Campbell's doggone personal judge. Nobody's surprised by that. Trinidad Chandler's, they found a judge in Oxford, right? Of course they did. So, but I got a real thought on that, so we'll certainly get to that. So that's in the news today. College baseball, the College World Series is set. JJ, I didn't have high hopes over the weekend. I'll tell you, I didn't have high hopes.
What happened?
I wanted to win one. Okay, I just wanted one. Okay, and now here's the problem. Now we got the Dodgers coming in.
Oh,
okay?
wow.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
I was
By the way.
super upset that you were on location today because I had the
Yeah.
office broom ready to be right in your spot when the show started.
I deserved it. I would have smiled and said I deserved it. How about this stat? Let me give you a stat. And JJ probably knows this stat. The Braves have played 21 series. Okay, 21. If you follow baseball, Major League Baseball is a series. You either play usually 3 or 4 games, some are 2, but most are 3, some are 4, some are 2, but most are 3. They played 21 series. The Braves are 18-2-1 in series. Did you know that?
I thought it was better. I thought they'd only lost one series and tied one.
I mean,
series.
18-2-1.
Yeah, it's wild.
JJ, that's incredible.
It is. And they've won, I believe, like every home opener to every series, something
Wow.
crazy like that. Yeah, and obviously the one tie was a split 2-2. So even in
Right.
that series, they won 2 games.
Yeah,
But yeah,
well,
it's
right.
been crazy, and that's
Yeah,
Go
forget
ahead.
the 40. Forget the 45 and 21. I mean, that speaks for itself. 18-2-1 in series. I haven't paid attention because I've never paid attention to series before. I mean, I've never paid attention to series stats before.
right.
But I got to believe that's rare as hell,
Yeah.
right?
I think
I mean,
that
that-
I saw that it's the best that they've ever started out series wise. So it's
Yeah.
probably, 1% of the MLB.
They've
Has
got a
to be.
3-game lead on the field. I mean,
Yeah.
they're the best team in Major League Baseball by 3 full games.
Wow, which is amazing with the
And I mean,
29
obviously, some they're.
but it's 29 other teams. That's your
Yeah,
point.
the Dodgers are second.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers are 3 games back of the Braves.
Yeah, my Pirates get to play the Dodgers too. That's what I wanted to do, is play the Dodgers after the Phillies.
I thought
And
you
then
had
maybe
us yesterday, honestly.
Yeah, I did too. But you know what? I say that, but because the Braves are really good. The Pirates are a middle of the road team, which is better. That's better than being a lousy team. They're kind of
When the series started,
Yeah.
the Pirates were leading the wild card.
Yeah. So the Pirates are better. They're a year or 2 away, but they're better. But boy, the Braves are good. And when you're playing a team that's really good, you got to cut the head off the snake. You're not taking a 2-0 lead into the 8th
Right.
and winning that game. You're taking a
Not
you're
with
taking a
y'all's
9
bullpen.
Yeah, really. You're taking a 9-1 lead, and you might not win. But you don't. So anyway. But anyway,
What a year for J.J. LaSelva with the Canes and the Braves.
Yeah, I'm not tired of it too.
My goodness.
How's Ocala Forest do? Did they win a state title? Or
I'm sure
How
they
about that?
did.
Did they win something? All right. So
And we got the
we got-
USA about to win the World Cup, of course.
That's
you know
right.
what? We'd all be on board for that. So a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Let's take a break. But when we come back, let's introduce you to our Duval County Scholar Athletes of the Year. That's next on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
The Frangie Show from the Harrell and Harrell studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Great defensive play by Donovan Darius. What a game he's put in.
I'm Donovan Darius
Donovan Darius, again, we call his name a lot.
on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Chevrolet is proud to be a 9-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year recipient, the only dealership in Northeast Florida to ever win this prestigious award. Well, it's earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness, all part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. Now, look, I've been buying my cars from Nimnik forever. That is a true story. I started in 1982 buying my cars from Billy Nimnik Jr., God rest his soul. He taught me how to buy a car, and I've been doing it ever since. I trust my friends at Nimnik. They care about the community. They care about their customers. They do it right. They've supported our charity, Walk Off Charity, so many times. I really do appreciate them. If you want to buy a car, you want to be treated right, not just when you buy the car, but after the sale as well. Well, that's what they do. They care about their customers. They care about this community, and they care about treating you right. So who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? That answer is simple. Nobody but Nimnik. Visit their showroom off Cassett or go to nimnikchevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Mike Dempsey. If you're thinking about a bathroom upgrade, maybe turning that old tub into a safer walk-in shower, check out 5 Star Bath Solutions. I shopped around, talked to several companies, and I chose 5 Star because their customer service was simply incredible. Responsive, honest, upfront about the entire project, and their pricing was even better than expected. When you're ready for a fresh look, better comfort, and a bathroom space you'll love using every day, schedule your free consultation at 5starbathsolutions.com and get the 5-star experience.
Soccer fans, it's time to grab a Modelo Especial and watch the World Cup. This is Joe C. Come join XL Primetime at Casa Maria and Jack's Beach Thursday to kick it all off and then stay for the match. Modelo specials and giveaways all at Casa Maria, Jack's Beach Thursday.
This is Hayes Carline for Harrell & Harrell. You've heard me talk about Harrell & Harrell for years. Holt Harrell is a friend of mine. We went to school together and have known each other for decades. That's why I care about people choosing the right attorney after an accident. Who you choose first really matters. I've heard from Holt how confusing the insurance process can be and how long it can take to get the right medical care. I've also seen firsthand with friends and family who were in accidents. Once Holt and his team stepped in, the insurance call stopped. Call Harrell & Harrell at 251-1111.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Right now at Beard's Diamonds, pay $0 down and get 0 interest financing for 5 whole years. Yes, you heard it right. That $12,000 designer engagement ring is yours for just $200 a month. This makes everything affordable. How about a $6,000 diamond eternity band, just $100 a month? Say goodbye to high interest rates. Get the relief you deserve at Beard's Diamonds. But hurry, this incredible offer ends June 30th and will not be extended. How about a $3,000 pair of diamond earrings, only $50 a month? Make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with 0 down and 0 interest financing. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, pendants, colored gemstone jewelry. Let the non-commission experts at Beards help you find the perfect piece of jewelry and take advantage of our best financing offer ever. Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center, Jacksonville's premier locally owned jeweler. Shop now and enjoy 0 interest financing for 5 years. Hurry, this amazing offer ends June 30th. On approved credit, some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Hey, Hicken here, folks. It's happening. It is happening. We're going fairway, lush, and green at the Hicken household for, topdressing.com. Treated my yard, and I'm telling you guys, another company cannot do what they do. They have the custom equipment, that secret mix. You can't buy it in the store. Heck, it takes a year to make. With topdressing.com, you're amending your soil, and it's thriving. Make your neighbors jealous. Get to topdressing.com today or call 888-850-1850 for your free estimate.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Hey, let's go!
And now, this week's Scholar Athlete of the Week. Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234 on 1010XL.
All right, we always welcome in our Duval County Scholar Athletes of the Week, but what a special day this is, our Duval County Scholar Athletes of the Year. Kyla Skinner from Mandarin is our female athlete. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good to see you. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fantastic, and I'm glad you are here. And then Mackie Crenshaw from Fletcher, our Duval County Scholar Athlete of the Year on the boys' side. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Good to see you guys. So we're going to talk all about your plans. Kyla's got the Harvard shirt or the Harvard sweatshirt. It looks sweet. Okay, it's a great looking sweatshirt. Kyla Skinner is from Mandarin High. Participated in track and field. Tell us about your events. Tell us about your track career a little bit.
So I run the 400 and the 200 and sometimes the 100.
Yeah.
And I've been doing these events since like middle school. I really got into the 400 like my 7th grade year of middle school. I started out running the 800. So it's definitely been a journey adapting to like sprint mechanics and stuff like that. But I love it. I love track and field. I love what I do. It's amazing.
Well, you're a Gateway Conference champion, state qualifier, national qualifier. Obviously, you really took to it, didn't you? Did you play any other sports, or was that you were track all the way? Tell me about that.
Well, back in my middle school years, I tried soccer. It didn't go very well.
Okay.
So it's always been track since then.
Very, very cool. Meanwhile, Mackie, you're a tennis player and a basketball player.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about both. Let's start with tennis.
Yeah. So I've been playing tennis since I was a little kid. My she's a big tennis fan, and she got me into that at an early age. I kind of stopped playing tennis super seriously and kind of stayed in basketball around 10th and 9th grade. I still played, varsity for 4 years and had a bunch of fun with the team. But, basketball kind of fell into my hands as something that I really like to do, and I pursued it further. Did a lot of AAU trips with my dad. I really enjoyed that. And, we had some good runs, junior district champions, and that was a lot of fun doing that stuff.
Do you guys have a favorite game? I'll start with you. Do you have a favorite game from your career that you could tell us about? Favorite performance?
I do. It was my junior year. we were playing Ponte Vedra High School last year before, close game at our home. We were like, gosh, we got to get them next year. And so we played them at their house the junior year, and there's about, 2 seconds left on the clock. Inbounds play, we're rushing. We're like, oh, we don't know what to do. Last second pass to me. I get a shot over. I think his name was, I forgot his name. He's like 6'8", got it over him and hit the game winner.
How about that?
That was just an amazing moment for me. Yeah.
When it left your hand, did it feel pretty good?
Oh, I knew it was going.
Attaboy. Very good. Same question. What performance stands out the most?
I feel like every year going to the Gateway Conference Championship meet is like, it's a stressful thing while you're doing it, but it is the most fun track meet ever. Like every year, just watching my team grow and work together to like rack up as many points and make sure we get that Gateway Championship is like amazing. So every year when I get to run there and compete there and basically just feel Jacksonville all come together and like perform at a high level, because Jacksonville track is amazing. Jacksonville track is out of the world. So that's my favorite meet. It's just like every year, if I could go back 4 more years and compete at the Gateway Conference Championship again, I would.
Those are great moments. Kyla, tell me about Harvard. How you picked Harvard. You got into Harvard. Oh, by the way, you got into Harvard. But tell me all about it, what you want to study and why Harvard was special to you.
So picking Harvard for me was like a no-brainer kind of. So it was between Harvard and Princeton. So I guess it was like a hard decision then. But when I went on the visit to Harvard versus when I went on to visit to Princeton, it was like the feeling that I had at Harvard was just like, it was honestly unmatched. So I love the energy on campus. I love the people. I love the coach. I love the team, just everything about it, and the ability to the opportunity to train at a high level while also getting top-notch academics is just like what made me pick the school. I want to go there and study law so that I want to study government so that I can go into law and become a corporate lawyer and possibly politics later in my career.
I think you'll be very good at it. I want to expound on that in a little bit. Mackie, why Florida?
It's a great school. My sister's there right now. She's a junior, and it's not exactly Harvard, but some do call it the Harvard of the South. Yeah. And so I'm really excited. It's a great school. It's going to be exciting. My grew up a Georgia fan, so it's kind of house divided right now. But
okay. We might have to delve into that a little bit. Okay, we continue.
Yeah,
okay.
So I'm excited to go there. They have great opportunities. I'm going to do engineering, maybe business finance, but definitely a little bit of AI. They have some great certifications you can get for each department, and just a base level one that's just I'm really excited to do and look forward into.
When do you guys head off?
August.
Yeah, I live in August as well. Yes, sir.
Okay, very cool. And do you know what events you're going to be doing at Harvard?
The 400.
The 400. Okay. And then maybe you catch Hauk at the gym and throw a floater over him?
Yeah, so actually I'm trying to throw some feelers out there for basketball, managing for the basketball team. I think that'd be really cool to still be with the team. And I mean, gosh, did they look good coming back this year? And I would be really excited to get that opportunity.
Have you taken, and I don't even know what steps people take. Would you take a step toward that yet? Have you?
I have a resume, and I'm trying to get my letters of recommendation in, and then I have a couple buddies who are there who are managers and some friends.
Oh, you do?
So I'm going to try to get some things sent out to talk to some people.
So you have some people in the loop already.
Yes,
that'd be fun. We might be seeing you on the sideline.
That would be awesome. I'd love to see you.
Mackie, tell me what you think you might want to do down the road. And you're right. You're not quite sure of the major. I get it. But some thoughts. What intrigues you if you look 10 years down the road?
10 years down the road, it's a hard question. As most college students are, it's kind of undecided. You're going into it. It's exciting. Learn new things. But I definitely think I want to try to get maybe a master's in something, or just something further down the road to open up opportunities for myself so I have a good chance to get a good job,
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Makes perfect sense. Kyla, tell me about government, because you lit up when you said you want to study government. And then I heard politics, then I heard law. So if you envision the journey, what do you envision?
So I envision obviously graduating from Harvard and then going to another top law school. And then from there, I would like to go into corporate law. Hopefully I get into a big law business, do it for a couple years, get in touch with the money, and then go into politics and kind of policy and stuff like that so that I can make a change in the ways that I see fit.
What kind of politics? You want to be the mayor?
I don't know yet, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of
I'm
focused
going to vote for Kyla. If Kyla runs for mayor, I'm going to vote for you.
I'm kind of focused on just like the law aspect and getting like into everything and like learning more about what I'm going to do in like government as a whole so that I can know what type of politics I want to go into. Maybe I'll be president one day.
You know what? Listen,
Yeah.
I was just starting with mayor. I mean, I'm going to vote either way, so that much for sure. Oh, listen, obviously Kyla Skinner from Mandarin, Mackie Crenshaw from Fletcher. You guys are very deserving. I told you guys this. I'll say it again. We had a really good group. Miss Talley does a wonderful job and her team of finding the student athletes that really deserve it every week. So to go through that whole group and that whole listing and be the two that were honored for the year tells me how hard you work at academics, tell me how hard you work at athletics, and you're very deserving. So we're honored to have you here. So Kyla and Mackie, thank you for spending some time. You guys are both going to do great. I can't wait to follow your careers down the road. But thanks for stopping by. We sure appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity, guys.
Kyla Skinner is from Mandarin, Mackie Crenshaw from Fletcher. Mackie's headed to Florida. Kyla's headed to Harvard, and they're going to be stars wherever they go. Glad to see you guys. Back in a moment on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
It's the ride home with the Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Frank Frangie here from my friend and insurance agent, Craig Dewhurst. Craig has been helping families on the First Coast with their insurance needs for 25 years as your good neighbor and local State Farm agent. Now's a great time to review your insurance policies, whether you need auto, homeowners, or renter's insurance, or insurance for your golf cart, boat, or jet skis. Craig handles all of my family's insurance needs, and even better, he gives back to the community. Call Craig today at 904-940-9740. That's 904-940-9740.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is served by Dandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
Frank Frangie here. I've been telling you about Stanley Pools for years. But you know my favorite thing about this family-owned company? They take such good care of my pool. All I have to do is relax and enjoy it. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and their weekly maintenance makes owning a pool effortless. You can trust Stanley Pools to build your pool or upgrade it. They've done both for me. Call 904-269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Hey everybody, it's Joe C. Have you heard about Club Wingstop? It's their loyalty program. You get 10 points for every single dollar you spend on those fire wings and sides. You can share points with the whole family or redeem them for free Wingstop. Not in the club? Well, just grab the app. Hit wingstop.com or scan the QR code at 1010XL.com/Wingstop. Takes 10 seconds. Points even last a full year, so you can cash in today's receipt later. Joe C is locked in. You need to be too. Wingstop, baby. Get in the club.
Hey, poker players. The Poker Atlas Tour is coming to Best Bet St. Augustine, June 18th to the 28th. The Poker Atlas Tour features 7 events, including the $600 no-limit hold'em title event with a $200,000 guaranteed prize pool. And event number 1, a $300 no-limit hold'em with a $100,000 guarantee. For more details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Hi, I'm Blake Bortles. People know I've always said if I wasn't playing football, I'd probably be on a construction site. So Next Gen Roofing finally let me live the dream.
Blake, why are you wearing a red practice jersey?
Always worn it for safety.
Right. Well, around here, the red jersey means you're the new guy. So you're in charge of garbage cleanup.
Perfect. I love garbage time. Always excelled in it.
It's not exactly what I meant.
Good thing Next Gen Roofing has real pros handling everything from family homes to large commercial buildings. Next Gen, teamed up with you.
Teamed up with you.
Got a dent or a scratch that needs fixing? San Jose Collision in Mandarin offers expert auto body repair and works with all insurance. Family owned and locally trusted. San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Hey, it's Greg, and I'm now 4 weeks into my Awaken 180 journey to lose 40 pounds in 10 weeks, and I'm already down over 20 pounds. That's average 5 pounds a week. I'm eating real food, good food, and feeling satisfied. And yeah, people are noticing. I'm getting comments like, you're looking slimmer, or when's the last time you wore that shirt? That feels pretty good. You know, some people ask, hey, are you taking the shots or pills or whatever? But my doctor advised me about the potential long-term side effects and the commitment. You know, a shortcut was not the answer. I wanted a realistic solution that definitely works. A clear plan with an actual human coach so I'd learn the right way to lose weight quickly and safely and keep it off. And that's exactly what Awaken 180 has given me, a clear, easy plan to lose 40 pounds in 10 weeks. And I'm already halfway there. So look, if you're unsure or been putting it off or like me, just finding excuses, I'm proof that Awaken 180 works. How would you feel being down 20, 40, even 100 pounds? Make the choice. Go to awaken180weightloss.com.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. What's better than beer? Cold beer. Put your company logo on a custom koozie. Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
It's a Best Bet Monday on The Frangie Show with fantastic locations in Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. It's Best Bet.
We sure appreciate our friends from the Best Bet. They're all probably they're a big part of what we do at Walk-Off Charities and here at 1010XL. We sure appreciate them. I can tell you, Hump Day Hot Seats are every Wednesday from 6 to 10 at Best Bet at St. Augustine. $100 giveaway every 20 minutes. All right, time now for the big thing of the day. It's brought to you by Big Chief Tires, 6 locations around town, now offering the Extra Mile program, a simple way to say thanks for trusting them with your car. What do you get? Well, $10 off every oil change, free tire rotations and balances, free tire repairs, free air pressure, you name it, and vehicle inspections. They'll always take care of you. That is Big Chief Tire. You find them at WeKeepJacksRolling.com. The big thing is the boys are on the field tomorrow. I can't wait. It's after these next 3 days, at least as far as we're concerned, that'll be it until training camp. What to watch tomorrow? I will tell you this. I told Lauren and Taylor and Tom at the handoff, Hayes, I don't have good enough eyes yet to tell running backs, linebackers, trench guys what I want to be able to tell. I can see how they look in a uniform with how they look if they're in shape. But it's hard to tell the physical positions when nobody's being physical. But I'm really excited about what this passing combination will be. Trevor Lawrence, Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington, Brian Thomas Jr., Brenton Strange. I think there's something special there. That intrigues me, one. And the cornerbacks and safeties, boy, Monteric Brown, the little glimpse we've had the couple days we've been out there looks the part, man. Jarian Jones looks like he's going to be okay. Christian Braswell's been out there. Jordan Lewis is a pretty good player. I can't wait to see what they've got in Caleb Rensaw. So for me, the obvious answer when no one's hitting anybody, pitchers and catchers and defensive backs, I can't wait to watch.
Yeah, and it should be really interesting to see how much Liam accelerates from the last OTA we were at, if at all. He may not. But this is the kind of situation where if he wants to hit the gas, he should be able to. I mean, these guys pretty much know both sides of the ball. I mean, they don't have a lot of roster turnover this offseason. So the familiarity and cohesiveness they have should be sizable, and we've seen evidence of that. I think offensively they've looked in rhythm. The 2 OTAs we've been able to watch, Trevor does look decisive. He's spreading the ball around, I think, better than he has in previous years where he's tended to lock in on a guy, whether it was Christian Kirk or Evan Ingram, or last year, this time it was De'Ami Brown. And, it's been way more spread out. I don't know whether that was by design or if that's just comfort level, but it looks like a player who was evolving, and he was an MVP finalist last year. So, it's pretty awesome to think that there's still upside there with Trevor Lawrence under Liam Cohen's tutelage. So, I think I'll be interested in see, do you do more situational stuff? Because obviously you didn't really have to do the mass install that, you probably would do if it was in year one. So, I'll be fine either way. It's not like, oh, you didn't do 2 minutes, so it's a bad, mandatory minicamp practice. I'm not suggesting that, but I do think that they're operating from a position of strength where if they want to push the envelope a little bit, not in terms of contact, but just in terms of how many reps they're getting in, do some 2 minute, do some, things where you're really trying to push the ball. I think that'd be very exciting to see.
Handful of new guys for me. Jamari Taylor. I think the running backs room is interesting. I told, again, when I sat in with Helmets and Heels, I told Lauren and Taylor and Tom, then I think the most important guy in that conversation, at least for me, is Chris Rodriguez. Now we'll see. He wasn't out at some of the other practices. We'll see when he returns and when he's healthy enough to play, or whatever his story is when that becomes forward. But I think he's going to be on the football team. Chris Rodriguez is a 225-pound downhill runner. I don't know that there's another downhill runner on the team. Bashil Tutin's a physical guy. He's 209 pounds. DJ Dallas was on the team before. He helped him a little bit as a kick returner. He's 220, but I don't sense that he's the downhill runner that Chris Rodriguez is, or as effective as he could be. So we'll see. But for the here and now, Jamari Taylor has me interested. A lot of people, when had Tony Baselli on, he couldn't wait to talk about him. Or maybe when Dan and Jeff had him on, he couldn't wait to talk about Jamari Taylor. I think they think that undrafted free agent, it's hard for undrafted free agents to make teams, period. It's really hard when you have a good team. But he's got my attention. I'm going to go through some other offensive guys. But I'm going to watch Jamari Taylor a little closer. Even though I just said earlier it's harder to tell with running backs, I'm going to watch him closer.
Yeah, because that's a position that I think if it doesn't go as Liam and Gladstone and Baselli would like, there's some candidates out there, some veteran backs in terms of trades that do have a different kind of skill set. You look at Arizona, who just drafted Jeremiah Love. James Conner is available. Now, Conner is more of that, tough runner. If you would choose a more of a receiving back to add to this group, Alvin Kamara is available. And again, these would not be big ticket items. This would not require massive draft capital. I mean, you're talking about probably a conditional 7th round pick for a running back with the kind of mileage that those two guys would have, but still could be incredibly useful in a supplemental role here in Jacksonville. So I think there's some pressure on these young backs to show with Rodriguez out. Tutin did some really good things last year as a rookie. LaQuinn Allen is obviously one of the toughest guys pound for pound on the team. They're going to be here, but you worry about, are they progressing to where you're comfortable with them being the two main guys if Rodriguez, for whatever reason, is out for a prolonged period of time. So I do think it's big for those backs because there's a veteran market out there that I think would be very easy to tap into.
Other new guys offensively. My guess is when they do start hitting, that Nate Borkacher will be a more physical player than Tanner Koziel. He was drafted higher. He's going to be an inline tight end that blocks. Koziel, my guess is, will be a move tight end. Some will be both. But we all kind of raved about the one catch we saw him make last week. Looks like a basketball player. Looks like Thomas Houck running pass patterns. I'm intrigued with both, but at least until they hit, really intrigued with Koziel. I want to see, is he one of those tight ends? He's 6'7". Is he Jimmy Graham? That's the comparison we made last week. Is he that? I can't wait to watch him as well.
Yeah, I agree, because that catch was tantalizing in terms of what you start to visualize for him. There's just not a lot of guys in this league that can play that position and have that kind of catch radius. And
describe the catch for people.
I mean, it was a laser about 25 yards in the seam. It was high and behind him.
And
he stabbed it right out of the air. Just a clean catch.
So imagine a seam route, and it was thrown behind him. And he's so athletic. I keep going to like a basketball player. There was an agility that he turned around and made the catch almost as if it had hit him in stride.
Right. Now, again, he knew he wasn't going to get hit because that's the drill. That's what goes on this time of year. So, you just don't want to see him go out there over the next few days and have a few drops and really not make any kind of plays of significance. You hope that wasn't just like the best play he'll ever make as a Jaguar, and we saw it in the second OTA we were at. But it was a great cornerstone if Koziel is able to go out and continue to provide that kind of an element, because it's just different. I mean, Brenton Strange looks like he's going to be a fantastic all-around tight end. But there's certain things he can't do. There's certain balls he's not going to be able to get to. Tanner Koziel at 6'7" showed the other day that he can go 9-10 feet up in the air and snag a football that's behind him. Very impressive stuff. But with all these rookies, when they do something good, you got to see the consistency. So, but at least he's on the right path. At least he has shown a skill that it would be very much in demand at every other 31 of the clubs.
In the receiver room, most of the damage is going to be done, obviously, by veteran guys. It's a very good receiving core. We just talked about what we'll be watching. I don't know if they'll have Josh Cameron. They've been careful with him, cautious as they should. One of the rookies. C.J. Williams, the other rookie receiver, he's got a smoothness to him. He's got a Keenan McCardell-like silkiness to him. We'll see whether or not how good a player he is. Michael Wortham, is there anything there? The little guy out of Montana? He's fun.
I mean, I think he'll be a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Because it looks like
Spud
Webb playing football.
And there's always a camp guy.
Yeah.
There's always a camp.
And
the camp guys are fun.
Sure. And when fans see him, he is so tiny on an NFL
he
field.
He changes directions.
That you can't help but root for him.
Right.
But, obviously I think it's going to be hard to overcome. I know that they're not into the traits and things like that, but which is obvious since he's here. But it's going to be a tough putt, I would say. But look, that's why you have all these practices to see.
One of the other new guys I can't wait to watch, and I'm going to count him as a new guy, is Caleb Ransaw. We've heard so much about him. He was drafted. Remember now, this is the guy who was drafted very high last year by them, with hopes that he would be a starting safety sooner rather than later. Then he got injured, gone for the year. Well, he's back. He's healthy. What are your expectations? Are we looking up in week 7 and Caleb Ransaw is a starting safety next to Eric Murray or Antonio Johnson? Is he a depth piece? We're guessing. We don't know that, but what's your guess?
Yeah, I think he's got a chance to be good. I mean, again, I wouldn't have held it against Travis Etienne for missing his entire rookie season, and he came back and was a very productive player. So, you hope that that's going to be similar with Caleb Ransaw, that misses his entire rookie year because of an early injury and is able to still have a very nice rookie contract, run here. I think Eric Murray is absolutely locked in. He just brings a gravitas to that position, a wealth of knowledge, instincts, experience, and what is a pretty young defensive back room in general. So I think Eric Murray is the steady hand that they need back there. And look, he had a great interception in the first OTA we were at, so it's not like he can't make plays. But I think you can trust and rely on him more than maybe some of the younger guys. And Antonio Johnson's coming off an unbelievable close to his season with all the interceptions. So I think it'll be difficult, but, they've also talked at length about, the heavy formation. And, well, there's a converse to that, which is you need to go bigger with your defensive looks, but still be able to cover. So Ransaw may play a pretty good bit just as a third safety. But I would think it's going to be hard to beat out Murray and Antonio Johnson unless Caleb Ransaw is just awesome.
All right, give me 2 or 3 guys you'll watch tomorrow above and beyond the norm. Again, it's a mini camp. There's no contact, but it's real football now. I mean, the whole team's out there. It's mandatory. Give me 2 or 3 guys.
I think the number one is Brian Thomas Jr. just because it looks like he is turned the page on, a disappointing second year. And if he is able to get back into that form that he showed as a rookie, I mean, it changes the dynamic of what this team can be. In the same light that if Travis Hunter really is extraordinary at playing both sides of the football, we can't really put tangibly into what that means for a team that just won 13 games. Well, it's the same thing with BTJ. Like if BTJ gets back to being a player that you can trust to go after the football and catch the football and play with toughness, then obviously we know about his physical gifts and he has shown the ability to have elite production in this league. So you just want to continue to see that comfortability. So, I think the number one thing tomorrow is the connection between Trevor Lawrence and Brian Thomas Jr., and you want that to maintain the path that it is on right now, because Brian Thomas Jr., young player, you don't want to see any speed bumps. It looks like he's got a really good thing going. You don't want to see him have a practice where there's 2 or 3 drops, that became far too much the routine last season when we were out there for OTAs and for training camp and then bled into the regular season. So I think it starts there because, yes, they won 13 games last year, but this is still an organization with a lot of upside. And one of the biggest things when you say upside, the biggest reason is Travis Hunter. But the second one It's Brian Thomas Jr.
It's going to be awfully fun to watch. There's no question about that. We'll take a break. Don't forget, we'll be out there tomorrow reporting live on Mike Dempsey's show. I'm looking forward to joining Mike and Tony. I'll call in during the show, do a live report, and then Hayes and I'll talk all about it. That comes up tomorrow afternoon on the program. Hayes has headlines after this. Stay with us.
The Frangie Show from the Harrell and Harrell studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Fridays feel familiar, but sound different.
The Lead with Hayes Carline and Ryan O'Halloran.
Big topics, new conversations.
4 to 6 on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. These days, it's hard to know which companies to trust. But when it comes to banking, I trust South State Bank. South State truly values its customers, and they work hard to create meaningful, lasting relationships. I love going into my local branch. I see the same smiling faces I've seen for years. South State is the largest bank headquartered in Florida, so they're able to offer all the banking services you need. You can trust South State Bank. Banking forward. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
48 teams, one goal, to raise the World Cup trophy. It's the beautiful game on the biggest stage. Get World Cup soccer updates on 1010XL. Serviced by Valvoline Instant Oil Changes and Houston's Meats.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie. When you buy tires, you should get more than just tires. You should get value that lasts. Well, at Big Chief Tire, every tire purchase comes with their Extra Mile program. That means $10 off every oil change, free tire rotations, free tire repairs, and more every time you visit. No points, no gimmicks, just real savings from a local shop you can trust. Call 904-932-0950 or visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com. That's how you take care of your car the right way.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
This is Victor Patel, CEO of North Florida Medical Center. Have you been in an auto accident? Are you feeling pain or stiffness? Our board-certified team has over 15 years' experience helping patients recover through chiropractic care, physical therapy, pain management, primary care, and neurology. Even minor injuries can cause long-term problems if left untreated. Schedule your free consultation today at nfmcjacks.com. North Florida Medical Center, bringing the care back to healthcare.
Want to stretch that dollar? Taylor Doll here to help save you money with the Money Pages magazine and app. Trying to figure out dinner? Money Pages has deals at your favorite local restaurants. Need auto repairs or an oil change? Money Pages has coupons to help you save. Looking to do some home improvement projects? Money Pages has deals on everything home, from AC repair and plumbing to flooring and painting. Check your mailbox for Money Pages today and download the app for savings on the go.
Hi, folks. Frank Frangie for the farm at Okefenokee. My wife and I and a bunch of friends just got back from the farm, and we had an incredible experience. We toured the regenerative farm, as well as the beautiful handcrafted cabins, and were treated to a fantastic farm-to-table dinner created by Congreve and Penn. Man, was it good. Well, you can learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com. And even hear my interview with farm co-founder Doug Davis to learn even more about this amazing property. That's okefarm.com.
In this age of globalization, we've learned that bigger isn't always better. Ever tried to get phone help from a big corporation? From a real person? Good luck. That is what's so nice about Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. Unlike publicly traded conglomerates with headquarters in faraway cities, Mike Merritt's Heating and Air remains family-owned and operated by Mike, your neighbor. Mike Merritt has delivered hometown service, integrity, and pricing for generations. The big guys incentivize their techs to sell you new equipment. Mike's team emphasizes repair first. We only sell you equipment if your current equipment is worn out and beyond repair. And let's be honest about price. Small operations without much overhead can sometimes lowball your job, but you can't trust just anyone with a truck. They may be here today and gone tomorrow. Mike Merritt has been keeping North Florida cool for more than 3 decades. That's experience and dedication you can count on. Call today or see us on the web.
Florida license number CAC 050384.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Gather round. It's Hayes' Headlines, presented by Harrell and Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Hear all about it. Here's Hayes Carline.
We certainly appreciate our friends at Harrell and Harrell. Give them a call at 251-1111. Frank, let's start with the Jaguars. You were asking me about mandatory minicamp tomorrow, so I'll ask you, how do you think it'll be different than it was last year?
Yeah, that's the question, I think, Hayes, is I still think last year they were feeling their way. Liam didn't know Trevor. Trevor didn't know Liam. Liam didn't know the roster. Liam had never been a head coach. I think there was and they did a marvelous job of managing all the newness, but there were still times, and I'm not saying I eyeballed this, but in retrospect, there were times they were just trying to figure out, learn each other, learn the process, learn how to do it. Man, I think it's all systems go now. I sensed that the 2 times we've been able to go out to OTAs, and now getting to watch 3 days of this minicamp, I think it'll be more fluid. I think there will be fewer drop balls. I think there will be very few players not knowing where to go. I think this thing is locked in to where they want it to be on June 9th, 10th, and 11th, way more than it possibly could have been last year. So I think you're going to see a rhythm to everything they do, on and off the field, when they get on the field, when they get off the field, balls hitting the ground versus not hitting the ground, people knowing where to line up. I think it's going to look really different to those who've watched it closely. I really believe that.
Let's get to around the NFL. Kyle Shanahan canceled the 49ers mandatory minicamp. Surprised by that? Is that a good move?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know his team and his personnel well enough. I'll say this. He's a really good coach. And sometimes you got to give the really good coaches the benefit of the doubt. It's hard to sit here in Jacksonville, Florida, and say Kyle Shanahan, who's been such a very good coach, 3.5 hours away, made a mistake. So for me, I'm a big believer in grace to guys that have earned grace. He's a really good coach. I mean, he's a really good coach. So I think he probably knows what he's doing.
We usually wouldn't be too really locked in on the Arizona Cardinals quarterback situation, but we've got good reason to now. Jacoby Brissett will report to mandatory minicamp. What a guy! As he's locked in a contract dispute there. But what's interesting is, again, with Jacoby Brissett, the backups in Arizona are Gardner Minshew and Carson Beck. So Brissett will be there for mandatory minicamp. They don't expect that he's going to do much on the field because, again, he's upset with his contract, thinks he should be paid like a regular starter, which is just absurd. Gardner Minshew and Carson Beck may be able to take advantage.
Carson Beck is the guy they want to be their quarterback. If it's clear, if you want me to be your quarterback and you're counting on me, well, now I got leverage. I think that's the point you made. We talked about this a week or so ago. You have leverage when they need you. I like Jacoby. I liked him when he was at Florida. I thought he was very good at NC State. I think he's a good player. I think he's a damn good journeyman backup guy. But they don't need Jacoby Brissett. They could play Gardner Minshew until Carson Beck's ready. They don't need him. And be careful of having a false impression of your game. They just don't. I mean, if he was a way better player and they didn't have Gardner Minshew, so you had this really good. If this was a younger Kirk Cousins and there was no Gardner Minshew there, well, now he's going to say, okay, listen, pay me enough or I'm not. You're going to have to play the rookie. Yeah, I think he's misplaying his hand.
Let's get to college football. Brendan Sorsby's appeal denied by the NCAA, but a Lubbock County judge steps in just in time to grant an injunction allowing Sorsby to play after gambling on his team at a prior institution.
I'm going to save all my thoughts because that's how I'm going to start the next hour. I've got a lot of thoughts on this one. And if it's okay with you, I'm going to hold all of them.
But this one feels bigger.
Yeah, way bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm going to do a whole segment on it. This one's way bigger on so many fronts. But to answer, since we're doing news, since we're doing headlines, I wasn't shocked by it in the culture we're in today, or the climate we're in, I should say. But what a damaging thing this will be for college athletics if he's able to play. And that's all I'll say. I'll say more after 5 o'clock.
Sounds good. Let's get to the NBA. We'll start with Game 2 as the Knicks stymie the Spurs 105-104 as Wemby misses a shot at the buzzer.
Yeah, so many emotions there. Wemby's so good. The errant pass where Castle turned around and wasn't looking for it to hit him in the back, and then Brunson grabbed it and made 1 of 2 free throws. That play and the Wemby shot, or what everyone's talking about, I said this at the top, they really bailed Brunson out because your superstar can't miss the second free throw. And any of the rest of the players, Karl Anthony Towns, any of the rest of them, Josh Hart, they can miss the second free throw. Brunson can't miss that second free throw. He's Brunson. And he missed it, and Wemby bailed him out by missing a really good look. A 16-footer from the elbow that everybody in the world thought was going to go in, because we've seen all those 30-foot threes go in moments like that, and he missed it, and the Knicks move on. I got a lot of thoughts on that. We're going to get to a second hour, too, but I'll say this. To your point earlier, you were dead on, Hayes. The magic of who the Knicks are is really pretty spectacular. There's not a whole lot of guys on that team that are headed to Springfield, okay? That's not a roster full of Hall of Famers, but my goodness, they're 2 games away from hoisting the trophy for the first time since 1973, bro. Think about that for a second. You know the backup power forward was on that team, 73?
I do know.
Do you know, Jay, do you know the backup power forward was on that team?
I'm ready for you to tell me.
Phil Jackson, for God's sake. Well before the Zen, okay?
Wow.
He was just a hatchet man, okay? He went in there and fouled 3 or 4 times and came out of the game.
He didn't even know what the triangle was at that point.
Correct. Right. That's the last time the Knicks won. Phil Jackson was your backup power forward.
That really is amazing. The series shifts to Madison Square Garden tonight. Should be an electric environment tonight at 8:30. The Knicks a 2.5-point favorite, so finally getting a little respect from Vegas.
Yeah, I said I think it's going 6. I think the Spurs are going to win tonight, because if not, it's not going 6.
No.
Okay? So I think the Spurs are going to win tonight. I think the Knicks are going to go up 3-1, but I think the Spurs somehow win tonight. I think the Spurs win tonight.
Let's give you the Loser Monday
update. Let me pull up.
JJ with a big game 2, scoring 63 points. So he moves into second place. Frank leads with 115 points, followed by JJ at 105, and I am in the cellar at 99 points.
Yeah, JJ had 63. Hayes had 55, so I had the fewest amount of points. I had the 52-point week, but I had the big week to start this thing. So you're right, 115, 105, 99. JJ, I'm leading everybody, but I sure don't feel comfortable.
It's anybody's game.
I don't like where I am. It really is. I don't like where I am. Yeah, 16 points separates everybody.
I'll trade places with any of you guys.
Shout out to Bridges, though, who made 10 shots.
Well, because he's the only one that can stay on the floor.
Yeah.
Because Karl Anthony Towns is playing really well.
Yeah.
But he's getting these just terrible whistle through these first 2 games. I mean, he breathes on Wemby and it's a foul. And he gets hacked with a machete and they don't call anything. And then Stephon Castle's got to wake up. He is killing me. And he got into foul trouble. There's been 2 guys in this finals that have been riddled with foul trouble, and I picked both of them. So anyway, it honestly, Bridges saved. This bet could have been over, because if it wasn't for Bridges, I might be down like 25 points right now. I mean, so if Castle's got to get going, or I have no chance.
And listen, I don't want to say I want to see you lose. I would never be that kind of guy.
Right.
But there's an outside chance that every time Mikal Bridges caught the ball, I might have said, "Cover him!" They're not covering him.
He's got that
He's
little
Michael
unusual,
Jordan, for God's sake.
Form, but
what are we doing?
It was effective the other night.
He looks like Penny Hardaway, for God's sake.
And he didn't score in the first quarter.
I know.
So, I mean, thankfully.
I yelled at the team. I constantly yelled
I thought I was headed for like a 24-point debacle.
Which would have been fine with JJ and
which would have pretty much
JJ's too nice a guy to say. That's exactly what I wanted to have.
So we're hanging in, but I think we're kind of hanging in by it.
Cover him, JJ. They wouldn't cover Bridges, for God's sake.
Yeah. He played great. But I'll give you guys credit. I mean, that was a lot of points for really all of us. There really wasn't a bad game in the 3 compared to what we've seen
in years past.
Some of the years past, yeah. Let's get to the PGA Tour, the Memorial Jacks event. JT Poston wins in a playoff over Ryan Garrard at 12 under to pocket $4 million. Both Scheffler and Rory finished T12 at 4 under. Really looked like Tommy Fleetwood might take it, got an eagle there, but then fell apart a little bit. But JT Poston, who was not having a great year, was outside of the 110 on the FedEx Cup list. Huge win for that young me.
Yeah, I don't mind Fleetwood fading in the end because I hate him. Okay,
as you probably should.
Hate's a strong emotion, but it's real.
Yeah.
Okay, the hatred for Tommy.
That PGA Championship is still very fresh.
I hate him. I hate people. I hate golf, and I hate him. I did hear, by the way, it's been confirmed. I heard from the Loser Money National Committee that we are picking this week, even though that there's not a major for 10 days after our pick. I'm just telling you.
So we're picking Friday because that's your last show, right?
Yeah, we're picking Friday for the
U.S. Open that starts the next Thursday.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So I just
there you go.
That was from the national office today.
Yeah, I like it.
It was certified. Came by certified mail.
That's gonna tilt the odds.
Yeah.
Now that we're doing that 4 days out, that's gonna be a lot of pressure too on the players that we select.
No question.
You're gonna have to select a special breed.
That's all anybody's talking
Mental
about.
toughness, absolutely. Let's get to the NHL. The Stanley Cup Finals have just been magnificent. I mean, just magnificent. This is coming from a guy that knows nothing about hockey, but I have really enjoyed all three of these games. So Game 3, Vegas builds a 4-0 lead going into the third period. I mean, that's like being up 38-0 in football going into the third period. They blow the lead. Carolina scores 3 goals in like 39 seconds, then scores a fourth tying goal with like 2 minutes left. The game goes to overtime. Vegas does end up beating Carolina 5-4 in overtime to take a 2-1 lead, but it was remarkable.
I'll tell you this. I'm not a hockey fan, right? And I've always said that. And I don't. You've gotten to where you watch it closely. I don't. But I'm glad I'm not, because I think if I was a fan of a team, sudden death hockey, I don't know, my heart could take it.
It's
I mean, more than any other sport. I mean, baseball, JJ, extra innings, even with the ghost runner, you got some time to figure out what might happen. Even if it's a walk-off, hockey, I mean, that's over, man. Sudden death in playoff hockey. I got to believe if you're a hockey fan and it's your team, it's the most heart-stopping thing in sports.
I think it would have to be, particularly if you lose a Game 7.
Yeah, I mean, golly.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But anyway, it's been an unbelievable series so far, 3 games in. Let's get to Major League Baseball. The Braves sweep the Pirates. Atlanta now 45-21. Best record in the bigs by 3 games.
And 18-2-1 in series. I can't imagine that's happened very often. I can't imagine very many times someone's won 18 of the first 21 series. I mean, that's the picture of consistency in a sport that is really hard to be that consistent in.
And they don't exactly have like the greatest starting pitchers in baseball. I mean, they're winning these games with like Bryce Elder as their number 2, Spencer Strider, who is nowhere close to the Strider of a couple years ago, and Grant Holmes, who's basically a relief pitcher. So besides Chris Sale, the Braves are doing this with like, Walmart arms.
I do think and I've always believed this in every sport. I've said it to you, Hayes, about college football a lot. Teams that expect to win, they will themselves to something. Yesterday, JJ, when Evan Sisk came in there against Michael Harris II, you just had, even though the Braves hadn't hit much in the game, you just had a hunch, because teams that win hit that 3-run.
And he's the most clutch hitter on our team this year.
Well, and he's a very clutch hitter. But you know what I mean? Teams that win hit that 3-run double.
Right.
They just do. And so, the Braves are really good, man. I mean, the Braves are freaking really good. I mean, it's not a mirage, man. They are really, really good.
No doubt about it. Let's get into walk-off charities. We've enjoyed the golf tournament here at Deer Creek today. We've got the auction going on. Spectacular day and lots of great auction items.
Yeah, thank you for asking about it, Hayes. And we had a great golf tournament today. We certainly appreciate our friends from Dailies. Dailies are so good to us in so many fronts. The people here at Deer Creek put it on a great event. I want to compliment my development of marketing, or my director of marketing development, Kennedy Grayson. Kennedy is, I think, 36 weeks pregnant. God bless her soul. Brodette Water's going to break any minute, but she ran this whole thing. She did all the work. She's one of the best employees I've ever been around, and she made this thing happen. So, Kennedy, thank you for your work on this. And, yes, the auction items, I'll tell the story more again later, but we changed how we did the auction this year. Rather than advertise it a lot beforehand, we didn't push it much because we wanted the golfers to see the items. Now we're going to push the heck out of it between now and Friday at 6 o'clock. So there's great items on there. If you're a college or pro football fan, you need to go on there because there's some great stuff.
Absolutely. We'll get you out with today's musical note. Today we honor the late Prince, whose birthday would have been yesterday. Happy heavenly birthday to Prince. He would have turned 68 Prince sold over 100 million records worldwide and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2004. But this is 1999.
One of the best, my favorite Prince song is Raspberry Beret, but this is probably next because this is a feel-good. You hear this song, you're in a good mood.
Yes.
Well done as always. Thank you. Hour 2 is next. Stay with us.
The Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Can you imagine a life without 1010XL?
No! Please, no! No! No!
Fortunately, you don't have to.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
1010XL, part of your life.
Problem solved. Everybody, Mike Dempsey for big #1 Duval Ford. Look, if you're a busy mom or you're running kids all over town, you don't have time to sit in a service waiting room all day. That's why the Duval Ford mobile service is such a game changer. Duval Ford will come right to your home or work so you can keep doing what matters most. Duval Ford will handle the service without disrupting your day, so visit DuvalFord.com to schedule your next mobile service. Big #1 Duval Ford mobile service. Wherever you need them, they'll come to you.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins. 354-5645.
Fathers are the backbone of the family. You can get great Father's Day gift ideas from Battalion Airsoft Arena, Beards Diamonds, and Dynamic Drives and Designs. Gift ideas for Father's Day are a click away at 1010XL.com.
Homeowners, is your home storm ready? Now during the storm season sale at Renewal by Anderson, you buy one window or door and get one 40% off. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. There's never been a better time to protect your home before the next storm. But this offer ends June 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
Renovations are underway at the golf club at Southampton, but that doesn't mean you still can't come out and hone your game. The practice facility is open Tuesday through Sunday with a great membership offer to work on your game year-round. Log on to golfsouthampton.com or check out their Facebook page. Work on your tee game, iron play, shots around the green, and of course your putting. It's all there and a great way to stay fresh until they unveil fresh new greens in October. Check it all out at the golf club at Southampton. Call 287-PLAY.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, Checkmate mascot and cultural ambassador.
Summer is a perfect time to have your garage floor coating installed. With our chemicals drying even faster in the warmer weather, it's a busy time for us, but we can still keep our prices surprisingly affordable.
And with 0% financing available, you can enjoy your floor now and pay for it later.
And Chester can enjoy his fancy British tea that I have to pay for.
I do enjoy a nice Darjeeling, Brendan, and the quality is important.
And at Checkmate, the highest quality is our minimum standard.
On flooring and tea.
Gorgeous garage floors?
Check. Perfect installation?
Check. Easy payment options that make your great new floor affordable? Checkmate!
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
Here's good advice from your friends here at 1010XL. High Flying Jacko here, and the next time you need to send a gift for a birthday, anniversary, wedding, or just for the fun of it, call on the experts at Kuhn Flowers. For over 75 years, Kuhn Flowers does it right.
I'm Tom Champion with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update, brought to you by Battalion Airsoft Arena. Jags 3-day mandatory minicamp starts tomorrow morning at the Miller Electric Center. 1010XL will be watching, and we'll share the highlights with you. And the NBA Finals move to Madison Square Garden tonight. Knicks and Spurs in Game 3. It's 87 degrees at 5 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
It's a Best Bet Monday on The Frangie Show with fantastic locations in Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. It's Best Bet.
All right, it's another week of hot summer nights at all those Best Bet locations from 6 to midnight, Monday through Thursday, $700 high hands every 30 minutes. What a good day this is today. Great day out here. Deer Creek, the Walk-Off Charity, the Dailies Walk-Off Charities Golf Classic is behind us. I know that song, JJ. What's in a pouch? Give something out of the pouch, will
Well,
you?
you can hear this song as well as all the Journey songs, because I got a pair of tickets to see Voyage, the music of Journey, live at the Florida Theater. That is June 11th. Get your tickets now at floridatheater.com or be car number 4 right now. It's 641-1010, and I'll hook you up.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So you are going to see Voyage. All right. I want to get to the Brendan Sorsby thing, okay? Let me be very clear about it, too. This could be one of the biggest cases in NCAA history, if not the biggest. If you haven't followed the story, Brendan Sorsby is a addicted gambler, it would appear. The amount of gambling he made on his own team, among others, is egregiously high. The NCAA made him ineligible. He appealed to the NCAA. His appeal was denied. He clearly is not going to be allowed to play if the NCAA has anything to do with it. As expected, he sued. As expected, he found a Texas Tech friendly judge in Lubbock. As expected, the Texas Tech friendly judge in Lubbock, who wants to get elected next term, by the way, not just this term. He wants all those Texas Tech Red Raiders in West Texas to vote for him. So to make sure they vote for him, he granted the injunction. The injunction means he can play until something happens. There's a trial on February, which means he can play the entire season. It was very strategic by Sorsby's lawyers, by the judge, everybody. Judge gets a bunch of votes from the Texas Tech people. Sorsby gets to play. We know the drill. Here's the thing. Because this one is so egregious, because this one is so clear, that the NCAA, the college sports, college athletics, college football world now has a chance to say enough's enough. The NCAA should say, if he plays in a game, we're not counting the wins. If he plays in a game, we're not inviting them to our playoff. The Big 12 should say, if he plays in a game, they are ineligible to win our conference. You can do, if you're going to sue me, sue me. But at this point, the NCAA has a chance to say, we don't care what the judge said. We think he's ineligible. We can't make him not play. The judge said there's an injunction, which means we can't stop him from running on the field against Baylor. What we can do is not invite them to participate in our championship. And if the NCAA had any testicles, they would find a way to do this, because right now, enough is enough. And now you have a case that everybody is going to pay attention to. Now you have the case where if you don't do it now, you may never get it under control ever again. This one is loud. This one everybody knows all about it. You can't change what the judge said. You can decide whether or not to invite them to your tournament. The NCAA is still in charge of the playoff, and the NCAA decides who is eligible and who is not to come to their playoff. I think the NCAA should make a statement right now that says, if Brendan Sorsby plays in a game this year, we have decided as an organization to not invite them. And you know what? I'll bet you most of the NCAA would back them. Maybe they'll get sued. Who cares at this point? I think right now, and maybe, just maybe, when all that happened, Texas Tech would do the right thing. Kirby Hocutt did what you thought he would do. The AD said, well, we never really thought he should be suspended. You know what? You said that so you don't damage your relationship with your football people. I'll say it again. You now have an opportunity. The NCAA, college football as a whole, the opponents, the conference, if you say he's ineligible to participate to come to our party, it's still your party. You cannot be sued, and I'm going to ask Brett Hastings this on Sports and Courts on Wednesday, but I don't think you can be sued because you didn't invite someone to your party. And maybe I'm wrong about that. Now, if they don't do it now, it'll never happen.
Well, I mean, they've basically legalized gambling for college athletes is what this has done.
Exactly right.
The message to players is you can gamble on your own team. And even if I think it's a 1 in 100 that you're actually going to get caught doing it. But even if you get caught doing it, which I think is a long shot, the precedent has been all laid out here. You just say, I have a gambling addiction, and I'm going to go seek help for the gambling addiction, but I still want to play. And legally, there is now an avenue to where that's the case. So that's the unfortunate thing about this is we now live in a culture where all that matters is winning at all costs. And Texas Tech has taken it from, well, we have to have our quarterback. He's a really talented player, and we paid him a lot of money. So what are we going to – we can't go 5-7 without him. And I actually think their backup is pretty decent. But we can't go 7-5 and miss the playoff. We got all this momentum. He's got to play. What do we have to do? He's got to play. We got to win. And everything else goes, out of their minds in terms of long-term health of the sport, your reputation – competitively moving forward when Brendan Sorsby is long gone from your school. It's just permanently damaged because you've now laid out a roadmap for every student athlete, and all the presentations that are made at every program now are meaningless. You can have anybody sit up there and say, hey, don't gamble. I mean, frankly, they might as well stop that because there's no consequences to gambling even on your own team. So it stands to reason that some athlete's going to gamble on their team to lose. If they're not happy with their NIL money or they're like, hey, I should be getting this or that. I mean, it just invites point shaving. I mean, just invites it on a silver platter. Please shave points in this game. And so it's apocalyptic is probably too strong for what this does, but it certainly invites open season for these athletes to gamble on the sports that they participate in, on the teams and against the teams they participate in or compete against. And it's just really sad. I mean, it's sad that it's gotten to a point in college athletics where integrity means nothing. And we will do, and this is Texas Tech's day, but they're not the only school that I probably more, sadly, probably more would have done it the way Texas Tech is doing and then wouldn't have. But this is the one that we know for certain will do it. And they deserve all the scorn in the world for this. It's just taking an enterprise and corrupting it even further when this is an enterprise that has already taken a lot of body blows over the last 5 years.
And the reason they're doing it, I said it 2 weeks ago when I talked about it, I'll say it again, because they're Texas Tech, because they've been in the shadow of Texas forever. They've been in the shadow of Oklahoma forever. They've kind of been in the shadow of Texas A&M forever. In 1992, when the SEC came and took two teams, they took Texas A&M and Arkansas. They didn't want Texas Tech. Many years later, when they came and took Texas and Oklahoma, they didn't want Texas Tech. Nobody wants Texas Tech. They're the little brother. They've got nothing. Their biggest claim to fame is Mike Leach was there until he left for a bottom-rung SEC school. They had Bob Knight because his career was over. So Texas Tech has never had anything. They've never had the nice things. And now they have one.
I mean, they had Patrick Mahomes play there, and no one really knew who he was.
So because
they never won a game of significance with him.
So because they've had nothing, they want everything. And I will tell you, but again, I read something on 3 where I just read this. One Big 12 head coach tells Pete Nakos he prefers to play Texas Tech with Brendan Sorsby. Quote, if you're going to play the Joker, you don't want to play the Joker without its arm. I want to play the villain. You're totally missing the point. This isn't about you and being macho. This is about the good of the sport forever. Hayes said it better than I did. You hit it more than I hit it. You hit it. If he plays, you are endorsing gambling on your own team. If he plays, sometimes you say things, Hayes, and I think it's too over the top, and it's not quite that egregious. You said it. You're encouraging point shaving because I assume in the point shaving world they make a lot of money. Okay, I don't know a lot about it, but I assume you get a lot of big offers. You have encouraged. Your point was dead on. You have encouraged point shaving if you allow him to play. Again, this is a chance for the NCAA to say, no, we're not. No, you're not in our tournament. You're not in our league. And the Big 12 should stand up and say, you're not. You cannot. You want to play him, play him. But we are not inviting you to play for our conference championship. Sue us all you want. You bring in Perry Mason and bring in every attorney you want and bring them all in. Thomas Mars, bring Thomas Mars with you. Bring Scott Boras, bring the agents with you. Bring Peyton Manning and Tom Brady with you. Bring whoever you want. Bring Britney Spears with you. Okay, I don't care. Bring Taylor Swift with you. I don't care. You're not playing. You bring all the power people you want. You're not playing in our tournament if you play this kid because you then, to your point, Hayes, you said it better than I did. You are then saying, go ahead and gamble, go ahead and point shave, just make sure you get a good judge. And long as go ahead, and I tell you what, Oklahoma guy, make sure you got a good judge in Norman who wants to get reelected and wants the Sooner fans, and then go ahead and cheat. Go ahead and cheat. That's what you can do. So we'll see now. This is an opportunity. That's why I'm kind of glad it happened. Because now, I'm kind of glad it happened. Because now the NCAA is painted into a corner. There's no in between now. There's no, there's no in between now. We'll see what happens. Back in a moment. Stay with us.
It's the ride home with the Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Get more Jaguars coverage from Jacksonville's sports superstation.
Safety's got to grab. There's always a hole if you don't pressure the QB.
1010XL.
Right now at Beard's Diamonds, pay $0 down and get 0 interest financing for 5 whole years. Yes, you heard it right. That $12,000 designer engagement ring is yours for just $200 a month. This makes everything affordable. How about a $6,000 diamond eternity band, just $100 a month? Say goodbye to high interest rates. Get the relief you deserve at Beard's Diamonds. But hurry, this incredible offer ends June 30th and will not be extended. How about a $3,000 pair of diamond earrings, only $50 a month? Make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with $0 down and 0 interest financing. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, pendants, colored gemstone jewelry. Let the non-commission experts at Beards help you find the perfect piece of jewelry and take advantage of our best financing offer ever. Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center, Jacksonville's premier locally owned jeweler. Shop now and enjoy 0 interest financing for 5 years. Hurry, this amazing offer ends June 30th. On approved credit, some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Buying a home with a septic system? Then there's one step you absolutely cannot skip, the inspection. Know for sure before you close. Call Duck Duck Rooter, Northeast Florida's only master septic contractor with the experience to inspect your system the right way, so there are no surprises later. Right now, take $50 off a full septic system inspection, including a detailed report. The small step that can save you from a big mistake.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Taylor Doll and the World Cup is here, so let's have a party. Come join Helmets and Heels Thursday at Lynch's as we kick off World Cup 2026. Michelob Ultra specials and giveaways, so come hang with us for the beautiful game. Helmets and Heels at Lynch's Thursday at 2.
The doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists have resolved my hip and foot issues, and I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. This is Garrett Scantley, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is David Garrard. Following my knee surgeries and recovery, I'm continuing to feel great and would recommend Southeast Orthopedic to anyone who's experiencing orthopedic pain.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Wait, is that Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho, you think Brazil will win it all this summer?
Claro que sí.
Can I just say, you're my favorite player ever.
Bet all of soccer's biggest matches this summer on Hard Rock Bet. And keep your cool in case you run into Ronaldinho. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and back your country. Roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Hurricane season is here, and now is the time to make sure your property is ready. Weak, damaged, or overgrown trees can become a serious hazard when storms move in. Trust the experts at Lucas Tree Service with over 45 years of experience for professional tree trimming, removal, and storm preparation. Don't wait until a storm is on its way. Schedule your tree assessment today at lucastreeservice.com.
Jeff Prosser here. When you need new windows or doors, you want high-end quality without the middleman markup, and that's why I'm telling you about Cash Building Material. Same premium materials, same beautiful finishes, but at a price that actually makes sense for your home. No subcontractors, no runaround, just their own experienced crews who treat your house like it's theirs. If you want it done right, the first time, get a quote today. Thank me tomorrow. For windows and doors, search Cash Building Material. Windows and doors done right.
This Father's Day, get Dad on the water with Green Acres Sporting Goods. If he fishes in Northeast Florida, this is where he goes. Rods, reels, tackle, bait, and all the gear he actually uses. Not sure what to get Dad? Grab a Green Acres gift card in any amount and let him decide. Shop Father's Day at Green Acres Sporting Goods. In-store or online at greenacresporting.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
It's a Best Bet Monday on The Frangie Show with fantastic locations in Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. It's Best Bet.
Hey, folks, don't miss the $220 no-limit hold'em mega package satellite into event number 1 and the title event Saturday at 3 p.m. at Best Bet St. Augustine. Look, there's 3 great locations. Best Bet Jacksonville is here on Monument Road. Best Bet Orange Park is on US 17 right there in Orange Park, just over the Buckman if you're coming from the south side. And Best Bet St. Augustine, you can see it right off of I-95 as you head down to St. Aug on the left side of the road. 3 great locations. Head to the Best Bet. You'll be awfully glad you did. I'm hungry. Send someone to the farm. Can you send someone to the farm?
Let's do it. The farm
I'm on good food. I'm hungry.
Yeah. Well, you're going to love this. They're having a blackberry picking event this coming Saturday. So we'll take caller 3 right now at 641-1010. You're going to go to the farm. It's in Folkston, Georgia. It's about an hour north of here. It's a beautiful property. And you're going to pick blackberries. How cool is that? And they'll provide a picnic lunch. You'll get to tour the facility. Should be a lot of fun. So, again, okefarm.com for more information. That's okefarm.com. But caller 3 right now.
All right. You're going to have some great fun.
For this Saturday.
And only call, by the way, if you can go.
Correct.
We always say that. Only call. But the people at the farm are great folks, man. We're glad to have them as a partner to the radio show and the radio station. So if you get a chance to go see them, you'll be awfully glad that you did. All right, tonight, Game 3, Knicks, Spurs. What a postseason it has turned into. We talked about Oklahoma City being out, the Knicks being in. Gave you Wemby versus the Big Apple. The Big Apple. Prohibitive underdogs. I kind of liked them. They're up 2-0. It's not a long way to go. It's amazing what this has become. Did you see the prices? The StubHub prices?
It was a couple days ago. It was like $10,000 minimum to get in.
It's more. It's doubled.
Well, I think it's come down now.
Oh, it has?
Yeah.
I saw at one point it was 20.
Because the security, with President Trump being there, I think is changed sort of the dynamic for tonight.
Yeah.
So I think the prices for tonight have gone down.
At one point it was $20,000 for a get-in.
And it will be that, I think, Game 4. They're expecting that again. But I think because this, obviously, when you have the President of the United States in the building, the security, has got to be much, much tighter.
Yeah.
So I think that's changed the dynamic on, which is crazy. Imagine if you'd spent like $12,000 to go to this game, and then you look and you can see you can get in for like $4,000 a night. But regardless, the Garden is going to be on fire tonight.
And it is amazing what this story has done for the city of New York. I mean, the city, so I got thinking about this. The Yankees have been great. Yeah, they've had down times, but the Yankees were great all over the years. The Yankees were great again in the 90s. The Yankees have been great.
Isn't this like their longest title drought?
Yeah, probably.
In 100 years or something?
Is that what it is?
I think.
But the Yankees over time have been great.
Yeah.
But the reality is nobody else has. The reality is the Giants have had some moments, the LT moments, the Tom Coughlin championships, but nothing sustained.
And the Giants always felt like they won it as sort of the underdog.
Yeah. Well, certainly it's the Patriots for sure. But yeah, I agree with you. The Jets had the magic of Joe Namath in 1969 and really nothing since. The Mets had the amazing Mets in 69 and the championship in the 80s, but not much since. They lost to the Yankees in a series later. The city of New York, which is by far the most amazing city in America, by far the biggest media market, the most energetic media market, the city that never sleeps. It doesn't feel like it had a magical moment. Now, again, the Giants have the Super Bowl wins under Tom Coughlin. The Mets have had. You get my point, though. This feels like the magic that it hasn't had. I mean, you talk about start spreading the news. It really feels that way more than, oh, my God, almost any sporting event I can remember there or sports team there in a long time. I don't know if I'm smart enough to know why. We all know the Knicks haven't won in a long time.
Do you think it's because they don't like the Giants? Like you said, the Giants are there, but so are the Jets.
Yeah.
The Yankees are there, but so are the Mets.
That's a good point.
The Knicks are, I mean, that's that city's team. No one pays attention to the Nets.
The Rangers and the Islanders have been there together.
Right.
You know? So yeah, good point. I never thought about that. Yes, I think it's part of it. I think part of it is the magic of the Garden. I know the Rangers play in the Garden too, but it's the Garden, okay? It's maybe the most famous sports arena in the world. Everyone knows it's on 34th Street. Everybody knows where the Garden is. Most people have been to the Garden for something, you know.
It's probably also the most famous basketball town in the world. You know, don't you think?
Yeah. Great point. Yes.
Like Rucker Park and just all of that.
Yeah, it's great. All of that in there together. There is just a magic about, and they're really good. They're not, to your point about the Giants, they're not an underdog that would come out of nowhere and win a title. The world has figured out that as much of an underdog as they've been when these playoffs began, they're not anymore. They've won 13 games in a row.
It's amazing.
You know, but I would say the magic I can tell you, I'm going to watch every dribble tonight, and I would even if there wasn't a loser Monday. I just think that there's a magic to this that, with all due respect, but when the Spurs and the Bucks and the Cavs and the Thunder, it just doesn't feel like that. Now, Wemby's changed that dynamic a little bit because he's Wemby, but there's a magic to this. The magic even trumps the Warriors. Now, the team isn't as good, and the Warriors were one of the great NBA runs of our lifetime, but that was just a really good team. The market didn't matter. You know, Steph mattered. You know, I mean, but so the market didn't matter.
Now, could you imagine being a diehard Knicks fan / radio host and accidentally scheduling a vacation to Scotland at the exact same time as your team's going to win the first title in 50 years?
How about that?
Who did
amazing.
that?
Dan Hicken.
Oh, hey. My guy Hick. I didn't know.
He's out of the country, man.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Terrible.
God bless. Love my guy Hick. How about that? I didn't know he was going to. How about that? Well, first of all, Scotland's pretty awesome.
I'm sure.
Okay, so, yeah, but that's funny.
Let me ask you guys this. What if the Knicks lose this season?
Wow. It's never happened.
Biggest choke? Is it the biggest choke?
Yeah, so there's
of all
been
time?
5 teams that have lost after they've won the first 2, but all of those were at home when they won the first 2. Never has a team that's lost the first 2 home games won.
How about that?
The year that the Braves blew a 2-0 lead against the Yankees, were those first 2 in Atlanta?
They were in New York. I thought they won the first 2 in New York.
I thought this happened to the Braves.
Where was the Leyritz home run?
I thought it was in New York, too.
Yeah, the Andrew Jones home run was in New York.
The Leyritz home run.
I thought that was in Atlanta.
I think it was.
I thought the Braves won the first 2 in New York.
Yeah.
Went home with a 2-0 lead and lost the series.
Yeah.
But
well,
I could be.
But I will tell you, if the Knicks lose the series, I don't know. It's not. I mean, yeah, you're up 2-0. It's not, to JJ's point, it's never happened before. But it's not like you were this dominant, great team all year. The Patriots losing on the helmet catch game was worse because, like, oh my God, how'd they lose? This would be, analysts would say they just came back to earth.
But from a heartbreaking
Oh,
standpoint.
no, Christ. But I just mean the magic of not just Knicks fans. This thing is, I think everybody in the entertainment world is connected to New York. Whether they live there, whether their shows are filmed there.
You can't avoid it.
You're everybody, the movie industry is more connected to LA. But the entertainment industry overall, everybody in it has somehow got a connection to New York.
Without a doubt.
And so it's just amazing what this thing has become. And again, I saw, and I didn't know your story you just told about how it's come down with the president. I saw $20,000 for a get-in. $20,000.
And that's not even to get a seat. I saw that it was to get a bar stool reserved for you in one of the bars inside MSG. So that you don't even have like a seat to watch the game.
Wow. I didn't know that. But that just so
put me down for 7.
Just
I'll take a table.
The magic of what this has created. So here we are on a Monday night in the middle of the summer and again, respect for the hockey fans, Vegas and Carolina, that does it for you, fine. Football, it's the most dead time of the year for NFL football. It's the most dead time of the year for college football. Major League Baseball is roaring, but the dog days are coming. We're the time right before the All-Star break, before the trade deadline is the quietest time. We're still a week and a half away, 2 weeks away from a major. There's nothing going on, and maybe that's part of it too. Yet everybody and their brother are talking about Madison Square Garden. I will tell you this. JJ, you been to the Garden?
I haven't.
You have? You've been to the Garden?
For a concert.
Okay. I've been to the Garden for sports events. I've been to the Garden for concerts. There is a magic when you walk in there.
Without a doubt.
There is something. There's something about
it's palpable.
It really is.
The icons that have been in there.
Yeah,
you definitely feel the energy.
I can tell you this, JJ. I saw Michael Jordan play the Knicks in the Garden on a Tuesday night. And when you walked in there, it was hard to explain. I've seen Jordan play a number of times.
It's almost like it's a different venue. So I'm not trying to insult like art professors, but there's a sense when you walk into the Garden, it's the same sense as when you walk into like the Sistine Chapel or you walk into Saint Chapelle in Paris. Like
it feels that way. That's a great comparison.
You're walking into something that for your country is about as spectacular as it gets. Now, again, not from a fine art standpoint,
right.
but from the amazing artists and performers and athletes that have competed there.
I've seen Billy Joel 10 times, give or take. The time in the Garden was so different. So my first thought was that I talked myself into that because I know he comes out and says we're the house band. And so I'm thinking maybe you've talked to yourself, but I don't think so. I think it was different. I think his energy was different. So anyway, tonight, who you got tonight?
I'll take the Knicks because I haven't been right all series, and I wanted to go. I wanted to go 7. So
who you got tonight?
I want my losing streak to continue of being awful. I'm gonna pick the Spurs again, so I fully expect the Knicks to win.
I like the Spurs tonight. We'll take a break. 10-10 on 2.5 FM.
The Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Feel the roar and chase the wind to victory lane.
Through 3 and 4.
This Sunday at Pocono Raceway.
3 wide for the lead. 1 lap to go.
Powered by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 on your NASCAR station. 1010 XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Chevrolet is proud to be a 9-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year recipient, the only dealership in Northeast Florida to ever win this prestigious award. Trust me, I know this. I've been dealing with Nimnick forever, and they really are that good. For 3 generations, Nimnick's been the place customers keep coming back to. Customers like me, treating you right, giving the most back to our community, more choices and better prices. It's just the best place to buy cars, and I can promise you that. So who gives you the best experience when you're buying a car? Nobody but Nimnick. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Happy Father's Day to all you fathers.
Absolutely. Happy Father's Day. Well, thanks, guys.
Wow, I wonder how many fathers out there would love a new outdoor kitchen under their new pavilion or screen enclosure from Lifetime Enclosures.
I bet most would. Imagine having the entire family over and cooking a barbecue feast for everyone, protected from the elements.
I'd like to cook for Dad. Jacob, do you think you could? I think so,
I bet both you guys could.
Visit Lifetime Enclosures website or visit our showrooms today to experience the Lifetime difference and ask about our Father's Day specials.
Need or want cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The 2026 schedule is here, and Jaguars football is officially back at the bank. With limited capacity this season, it's more important than ever to show up loud and create the ultimate home field advantage. From our biggest rivalries to can't-miss matchups, this is a season you won't want to miss. Single game tickets are on sale, and now's the time to lock in your seats for the games that matter most. Inventory is limited, and tickets are expected to go fast. Visit Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, the golden moment is easy today. There's been all kind of good moments, but none bigger than congratulating and saying hello to our Duval County Scholar Athletes of the Year, Kyla Skinner. Terrific track performer, going to Harvard to continue to run track. She is from Mandarin High School, and Mackie Crenshaw, a terrific basketball player and tennis player from Fletcher. He's headed to the University of Florida. Two terrific student athletes. A very easy, I thought, golden moment today. Congratulations to both of them. We are here at the Daly's Walk-Off Charities Golf Classic, our 5th annual. We put it to bed earlier today. I do want to thank all the people that were so involved in this thing, and do want to remind you now, our auction is still out there. We're going to leave it open till Friday at 6 o'clock, so you've got some time. We changed the way we did it this year. We didn't advertise it a lot until the golfers could see it, but now there's all kind of events. 4 tickets opening day for the Jaguars and parking. So that's pretty good, in what's going to be a special season. The Jumbo Shrimp win a suite and throw out the first pitch. That's kind of cool. The Braves go to a Braves game for 4, JJ, and you're down on the field for batting practice. That's got your name written all over it.
Oh yeah.
And so that
hopefully they're playing the Pirates.
The Tampa Bay Rays have given 2 4-seaters away. So, but there's all a Bortles jersey, Trevor Lawrence framed jersey, Travis Hunter jersey. I mean, there's all kind of, you saw the stuff.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
And the fun thing we're going to do, I'm going to tell you this all week long. We have 3 items, in addition to all those. A Charlie Ward signed jersey from FSU, a Fred Taylor signed jersey from Florida, and a Brock Bowers signed jersey from Georgia. Let's see what happens there. I want my Georgia, my FSU, my Gator fans all to jump into that thing, and let's see who can outbid each other, right? Which school's going to win that? You know, so that'd be a lot of fun, don't you think?
I do think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to go with Charlie Ward wins it.
Charlie Ward. He's the Heisman winner of the group, so we'll see what happens. So we hope you will check in and see that. We certainly hope you will do that. So I do want to thank all the folks that came out here and said hello at our golf tournament. It's a very special day. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap the program after this.
It's the ride home with the Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The NHL Stanley Cup Finals will continue on Tuesday night. The Vegas Golden Knights hosting the Carolina Hurricanes in Game 4. Vegas up 2-1, winning in double overtime Saturday 5-4. Vegas getting a goal and a half minus 290 on the puck line. Carolina minus a goal and a half plus 225. On the money line, the Hurricanes are minus 113. The Golden Knights minus 106. The over-under is at 5.5. The over minus 134. The under plus 110. Carolina plus 115 to win the Stanley Cup. Vegas minus 188.
Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keysofprogress.com.
I'm Tony Desiri with your Visa in Action update on 1010 XL.
Do you ever notice how everything in your house works right up until it doesn't? One minute you're fine, then the next minute the AC's struggling, the drain's backing up, and now you've got a problem on your hands. That's when you make the smart play. Call Duck Duck Rooter. 3 expert teams, plumbing, septic, and air conditioning, ready to step in, fix it right, and get everything back under control. And right now, take $50 off any service of $225 or more. Don't let a small issue turn into a big loss. Stay ahead of it. When you're stuck, call Duck Duck Rooter, 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Got a dent or a scratch that needs fixing? San Jose Collision in Mandarin offers expert auto body repair and works with all insurance. Family owned and locally trusted. San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
I'm Holt Harrell with Harrell & Harrell. Choosing a law firm after an accident is an important decision. With so many messages, we know it can all sound the same. At Harrell & Harrell, we believe what sets us apart is our commitment to you. We'll help you find doctors to get you better, and we'll work hard to maximize any recovery. Visit our website and look at our reviews to see how we've helped people just like you make this important decision. Harrell & Harrell. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret, Dandy is never frozen. Always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses. No dry, crumbly subs here, only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little guy with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand and a quality sandwich. So do what I do, stop in at a Circle K and make yours a Dandy today.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $5,000 per ounce, and silver is over $100 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold and silver for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Hey, gang, Prosser here for my friends Chad and Sandy. What are your concerns? What struggles do you anticipate when it comes time to sell your home? What is it that bothers you? What's keeping you from getting max money as quickly as possible? Well, I don't know what those reasons are because I know they're all silly. Because Chad and Sandy have one down-to-the-line guarantee. Your home sold guaranteed, or they will buy it. It'll be at a price and a rate that you agree upon beforehand. So if you need to sell now, fast, easy, stress-free, and you need max price, then you need Chad and Sandy. The government's making moves intended to push mortgage rates lower. The last time rates dropped, we saw a selling and buying frenzy. Now's the time to prepare. It's time to call Chad and Sandy. Darcy in San Jose did. I wanted to move to a more walkable, vibrant area. Within 3 days of working with Chad and Sandy's team, I found the perfect home. They do it stress-free with a guarantee. Go to chadandsandy.com or call 414-6200. That's chadandsandy.com.
Did you know your roof ages from the inside out? By the time you see a leak, damage already exists beneath the shingles. Sun exposure, humidity, and seasonal storms slowly weaken roofing materials over time. If your roof is 15 years old or more, then now is the time to start planning, not reacting. At Endless Summer Roofing, we provide professional inspections and clear guidance so you can make informed decisions. Visit EndlessSummerRoofing.com to schedule a free inspection. Endless Summer Roofing, protecting your home from Florida's endless summer.
Retired U.S. Navy Commander Chris Valdivia from American Roll-On Roll-Off Carrier. The hardest transition isn't deployment, it's coming home. Be part of the solution at ONU's Mission Possible Gala, October 17th at Sawgrass Marriott. For information and to register, go to onuvets.org. That's onuvets.org.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
It's a Best Bet Monday on The Frangie Show with fantastic locations in Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. It's Best Bet.
Brendan Sorsby chasing the money, the Eddie money. Sorry. Couldn't help myself. Sometimes this happens.
He's got 2 tickets to rehab.
Yes, he does. Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark made this comment to ESPN. Aaron just found this for me. Thank you, Aaron. This is Brett Yormark talking to ESPN about this. This is the commissioner of the Big 12. Quote, "The ramifications of today's ruling are significant and could have broad impacts across college athletics, creating great concern amongst our membership. I've been consulting with our key stakeholders and have scheduled meetings with our conference ADs and executive board this week. We are also in touch with Charlie Baker and anticipate the NCAA to appeal the order in the next 24 to 48 hours. We will continue to monitor and evaluate the situation." Well, it's clear. The Big 12 commissioner says he shouldn't be playing. Then don't invite him. I mean, isn't it pretty clear?
Well, again, this all goes back to, and again, Texas Tech, they're the first school with it being a gambling issue. They're not the first school that is tried to do something that is preposterous, like have a NBA player come back and play college basketball. But this is what I keep getting back to. You're part of this organization. These rules are rules you signed off on, Texas Tech. You were part of the NCAA. No one forces you to be a part of that organization. You agree to be part of the NCAA
100%.
and abide by the rules. And then as soon as the rules don't go the way you want, you get a judge and you sue. It's just ridiculous. It's just not how you conduct yourself as the member of an organization. And yeah, I mean, I do hope that the backlash will be strong, because you just can't have a world in which athletes know, I can bet on this sport, I can bet on my team, I can bet against my team, and if I'm caught, nothing's gonna happen.
Well, and by the way, all it would have taken to stop this is Texas Tech going to Brendan and saying, "Listen, Brendan, we're not. Even if you win, we're not playing you.
Right.
They can't make us play you.
Correct.
And even if you win, we're not playing you." And that would have made this whole thing go away. So that's the. But anyway, we'll see. I'll say it again. I said it earlier in the program. This will be of all of these, this will be the biggest one, because it's so publicized. The gambling was so egregious. So many people know about it. So keep an eye on this one. Let's say hello to my friend Rick Below.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Rick, I got to tell you, I'm not a hockey fan, obviously, but just reading your social media posts, the sudden death the other night had to be pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah. And it was a mistake goal was the difference, which, often happens. You get goals from, fourth liners who may give you 6 or 7 minutes a night on a misdirection or, maybe a dirty goal right out in front of the crease. And, this example, a deflection off the backboard, hit a defenseman and the goaltender, was the difference in the game. It was absolutely out of control. I mean, 4-0, there's no way you can lose. And Carolina gets 3 goals in less than 1 minute.
Unbelievable stuff.
It was great. Yeah.
great theater. No question. Rick, what are you going to watch tomorrow at the first day of the mandatory minicamp?
Oh, man, I'm so excited about this. I'm going to stay, I think, with the skill position guys. I tend not to spend as much on what's going on the offensive and defensive line, just simply because they're not hitting. But I'm looking for some camp competition, and these 3 days, that'll be it for about 5 weeks. And then we go into it, and where is this competition really going to be on this football team? I mean, a year ago, maybe the best of all was Devin Lloyd against Ventrell Miller. I thought it would be Rodriguez and Tootin, but that's not the case with Rodriguez out. So I'll be kind of sniffing around that as well, and just looking at who can make a difference, maybe knock off an incumbent or at least get involved in the rotation.
Yeah, it'll be fun being out there. I agree. What's coming up tonight, Rick?
We got a whole heck of a lot tonight. I got a lot on the Jags, the NFL in general. Got a little bit as well coming up, perhaps, on the story that involves the NFL, but kind of the underlyings of the NFL, if you understand what I'm getting at. So that'll be coming up over the next couple of hours as well.
All right, Rick. Sounds good, buddy. Rick Ballou goes into the night. That comes up right now. That'll do it for our Monday program. Again, thanks to the folks at Deer Creek. Do a wonderful job putting on our tournament. Thanks to Helmets and Heels, to Lauren, Taylor, and Tommy for all coming out here. We really do appreciate this, for my friend Steve Griffin allowing us to do all this out here. And to Daly's, who is the best sponsor in the world for our golf tournament. We sure appreciate them. Most of all, to the people that came out here and participated in this. We certainly do appreciate them. That'll do it for our program. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. For Hayes.